Well, back from MegaCon, and what I'm going to start doing is doing some games, doing some gaming, some walkthroughs. We got a new game week coming up, and of course I plan on doing some builds, and some paintings. So one of the first things I like to do is, since I have so much Khador and Cricks done, and I have a decent convergent army, and for both those armies I have the Colossus. So I like to work on and show you how I put together the Colossus Vector Prime Axiom. So I hope you enjoy the video. We're going to go through and basically put it together, paint it, and get it ready to go. So hope you enjoy the video. Thank you. Now, one of the first things I like to do is basically get it out of the box. And of course, as you can see from here, this is one of those models that it takes you longer to put together than to actually paint it. So I like to keep my instructions there. Take my box of goodness. Well, when it blows up, you get a nice counter for it. Nice big stand for it. And 500 million pieces here. So we know this goes on the stand like so. So it gives you a nice little rock base, which is nice. And there's quite a bit here. A lot of cleaning up I'll have to do. I think the hard part is trying to figure out how it goes all together. So I'm going to start working on that, and I'll do some basic things, but basically I'll show you how this basically goes together, and we'll get this baby all painted up and ready to go, put on the field. Thanks. Well, the molding on this stuff is just absolutely very tough to deal with, and that's what I'm doing right now, is cleaning up some of these pieces. I mean, some of the mold marks on it are just, I mean, I have to cut this whole thing off right here. I mean, look at the size of that. Oops. I mean, that notch in there, that's pretty good size piece. Let me just adjust this camera a little bit. There we go, so you can see my hands a little bit better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 videos of this. Holy cow, I mean, some of this is just, I mean, look at some of those notches there, I mean, that you have to cut off and sand. I mean, that's a pain in the butt onto itself. You know, it's bad enough that this model's in like 900 pieces, but you've also got to sand it down, and oh, there we go. This can get a little tedious, and with the million pieces, it's really not like this here. You don't even see it until it's too late. And I got to cut all that off because I know it's going to affect when we paint. I mean, it's kind of in an area where you're not going to see it, but hey, let's try our best here. There are a lot of mold marks on these bigger units. Wasn't that bad for the Cricks. I mean, that Kraken that I did was wasn't that bad. But I'll probably cut a bunch of this out of the final working. What am I doing here? Another thing, if you get a chance, use this Loctite glue. It is absolutely the best glue on the planet in my mind. Really recommend using this stuff. I use it quite a bit because I'm always gluing something together. And it dries pretty quick, and it's the thick glue. So the nice thing about it is that I gotta clean that up. Boy, there's just a lot of garbage on there. I'll cut a lot of this out so we don't have to deal with it. Well, matter of fact, while I'm holding this. And I just want to kind of get you an idea of how to put this together. You got to clean the sides, and this thing just kind of goes together here a little bit. This bottom piece actually fits. It's got a groove that fits into the bottom here. So when you put it on the stand, it sits right on the stand after you put the legs on. So I think that's kind of cool. But we're not going to put that on until the last minute. As a matter of fact, I'll probably glue that on after I paint it. And we'll show you how we'll paint all that stuff up. Alright, good. That's sticky enough where we can just leave it dry. And we'll clean up this part here. I mean, these instructions, I mean, look at this. This is a, oops. I mean, this thing is a train wreck. Here, I'll bring it down and bring it up to my right, up. And what I'm going to do is, in case you don't have the instructions, you can freeze frame it, and there it is. So I hope that helps. Bring it a little closer. There we go. So we got the bottom part done. Now, oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. We're supposed to be Rapier, but I'm not going to be around next weekend, unfortunately, because I am going to Connecticut, and I'm going to be taking some pictures of some old places I used to go up there, and I think hopefully you guys will find that enjoyable if they still exist. Gonna go see my grandson. He was a little preemie, so I haven't gotten to see him yet, and very excited about that. I know, I'm a grandpa, what can I tell you? It's kind of overwhelming. Stinks when you get old. But you're never too old to build stuff and have a good time with your modeling. So this is very cool the way they do this, because a round hole goes here, and it's pretty easy to figure out, and a round hole goes there. So that piece, oops, just to show you, it's got a round hole here, got a square here, and you got a different square over there. So they try to mix it up so you can actually get these pieces in here correctly. So I'm going to sand these down in a little bit, and we'll get these glued up here. Well, I don't even have to sand them, to be honest with you, because the part that you need to sand you can't see. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a little glue here. Boy, this beast is going to be a pain in the neck to paint, but you know something? Like I said, I'm going to do 2 videos, one putting it together, and next will be painting it, just so you guys get to see it. Let me do that. There we go. And turn that a little bit. So this is my first video of actually doing a model put together, or a build. If you'd like to see more of these, you know, let me know. Like I said, I'll trim them down. I like to try to keep them around 10 minutes, you know, so you don't fall asleep during the whole damn thing. Shit, you're probably half asleep now, some of you. Alright, so let's look at this one. Is a square, as you can see. Okay, square and square. Alright, so this isn't half as bad as it seems. So let's throw a little glue there.
do there and there, and you'll see that this is starting to come together. I may even bring this down to about 5 minutes, because maybe if I shut up, I can have some stuff that I can actually edit out of this. Whoops, look at that. I suck. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look half bad. Let's... Alright. Just waiting for that to harden a little bit. Yeah, so Zombicide was a game that we were thinking of doing. I was also thinking of doing something more 3-player-ish. I've got so much stuff, it's ridiculous. It's kind of funny, on Board Game Geek, put out a little feeler to see who's in the Eustis, Grand Island, Leesburg area of Florida. You know, because I got so much stuff, and you know, it's kind of hard to find somebody to play with. And my daughter's getting older, so she's more interested in other things, shall we say. Not hanging around with dear old dad. Oh, look at this. I didn't even see this. Doggone it. Ugh. Well, there we go. Our first, make sure we edit the critical mistake out. Like I said, my daughter's getting a little older, so it's kind of hard to have, you know, to get her to buy into playing a lot of stuff. Her friends do like to play. We you know, we'll play a little bit more simpler games like a Rampage or oh God, they love Super Dungeon Explorer. By the way, next week, big week, Forgotten Kings comes out. We'll have that. I've got to start doing my new game day videos again. We've got, what do we got next week? We've got that. We've got the Dungeons and Dragons game that'll be coming out. We'll be doing demos and playthroughs of all those games. I'm looking forward to. And we have some Dragon Attack Wing stuff that I need to pick up tomorrow, along with the Zombicide Rue Morgue. I know it came out the week before, but we were at MegaCon, so I kind of passed it by. So what we're going to do, as you can see, we got this kind of under control, so we're going to put this down here. I'm hoping this is coming out. So we're going to let that dry for a little bit. In the meantime, let's kind of work on this upper body part here, which is kind of cool. Now, figuring this out on this thing, good luck. Good luck. Okay, so it looks like, if I'm a betting man, that piece goes in there, and then this piece somehow fits. Ah, okay. Alright, so what you got here is this piece, which is just totally molded incorrectly, comes in and fits in through there. Let me put it down there. So you have this go into here, and then from the main body, which you're going to have to cut this down a little bit, this is going to go, how does this, okay, that goes there. Okay, so that'll come here like so. So we have a, if I turn it around, bear with me. I don't have any glue on it yet. That will come like that and like that. So we would get a piece that kind of looks something like that, if you guys can see. So there you go. What's that other piece there, though, that pops in there? Oh, when that comes through there. Holy mother goodness. So this comes through like this. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I gotta cut that off. Gotta cut that off too. Wow, that whole piece isn't even supposed to be there. It's supposed to just be a flat piece. This is supposed to come through here like so. And this is just supposed to rest on here somehow. Wow. It's kind of chintzy. Again, I really, I like this game, but boy, they make it hard for you to really get behind them. And they really do make it hard. Oh no, okay. Huh. Is that it? You got me. Well, I know that comes off. So we've got to cut this whole giant piece off. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, there you go. That is some, how should we say, baloney. Wow, that's, and I didn't even cut that. You heard it go bang, and that's not even. So just stay out of here, and no one will get hurt. Wow. So that would go there, but then this. Wow, they do not make this where it is an easy thing for you to do. You actually have to glue it in sections here. I'll show you in a minute once I calculate what the hell I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm just putting this into here like that, and then I'm putting it aside to let it dry because it actually holds some weight there. Now what these do, and I'm actually going to look at the cover of the box to make sure I got it right, because you only get one shot at this, it looks like. Wow. Oh, okay. So then that bottom piece actually becomes you have to put together the arm, which you have to put plastic that is supposed to hold this metal piece. Okay, so they couldn't just make it plastic, so it's plastic on plastic. No, we've got to make it metal on plastic, so you can sit here and. Alright, so this joint here. Okay. Okay. So this somehow fits into this, like so. There we go. So that'll go in like that. So maybe we can just put that in now. Why don't we do that? Because this is stable enough where we can kind of do that. I'm going to shut up for a bit so I can edit some of this out. Alright, as you can see, I'm putting these arms together now. I may just edit most of this out. I hope I don't miss too much for you guys, and I hope you guys can see all this. But, ugh, another mold. Wow. You know, the thing that kills it is the instructions are not that great. I mean, they're thorough. I mean, they're not horrible. I've seen worse. Alright, so now I've got to lay that down like that. We've got all that stuff drying there. This somehow is going to fit up in there. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I'll call you when that works. Alright, so so that actually goes like that. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we can do that. What I'll do is I'll glue this in right now, because it seems to fit in there pretty good. wow, this is really important. You know, I hope you guys aren't getting these and finding a lot of the mold junk I'm finding. Alright, so I'm just going to lean it up here like this, so it's metal on plastic, so it's going to be a pain in the neck to do. Because we know how well super glue holds metal at times. Ugh. I like to shoot whoever came up with the idea. Hey, you know what? Why don't we have some metal bits in here? That's right, British company. That's not Games Workshop. You know, I like Games Workshop. I wish that they'd go back to a lot of different things, like some of the specialty games. I think a lot of people are missing that right now. Some of those specialty games were just the games of games. Okay, that. Okay, what goes in there? Oh, really now? So what happens here? This goes in. Oh, hell no. Oh, okay. That goes in the bottom there, like so. And then we got a couple other pieces that the dude's head, or the servitude. Okay. So maybe we can, you know, again, you want to have your metal pieces dry as thorough as possible. Maybe I should zoom this a little bit. There we go. You see what I'm doing here? Figures I'll zoom it halfway through the video. It's okay, I can edit all this out. Alright. So that's another thing that we're going to lean up against here and let dry for a bit. There we go. I know it looks like a giant mess right now. Right now it's mostly just trying to figure out where half this stuff goes. Like this, I know goes up on top there. Okay, that's a screw. Where's that dude's face though? Oh, easy there, easy there. I know that. Oh, there it is. Oh wow, that's all there is to it. Oh no, that's not it. I know I have all the parts. Or do I? Or do I? Okay, let's see. Ah, there it is. Just having a heart attack. I go, wow, great video. Great first video where you show how something's put together. You don't have all the parts. Great job. Alright. I'm going to stop this for a second because I can edit this out. Okay, so we took those two pieces that we had and I glued them together here. Kind of formulate what we have here. I'll put it towards the camera. Right there. Then I took the drill bits and I glued those on here, which this piece now will come and sit, I believe, right here like that. So we'll get that, and then this all just fits together here. Once, oops. Once we get this, here we go, there we go. Let me back that up a bit. There we go. Like I was saying, we got this nice and glued together, so I'm just going to lay this down. I glued in these bits here, in this section, and the 2 spikes onto the piece here. So I'm going to let that sit there for a little bit. The next thing that needs to go on are these things, and I'll tell you right now, this doesn't look like it's gonna like I said, hold very well, because it's just metal on metal, and they're not that very, they look like they're going to be a real pain in the neck. So I'm going to glue that together. Once I glue that together, I'll show you how that looks, and then we'll glue this on top of here as such, or in your direction, so we'll get the full model like so. And then there's just a couple little pieces that go on around it, and then that'll be we'll be done with the instructional video on how to put it together. When it blows up, here's what it looks like. Pretty cool. Pie for us. We won't put it on this base until we're done gluing everything together. Alright, let's give this a go here. So we're going to put a little glue there. And a little glue there. This ought to be an adventure and a half. And I'm just going to kind of hold both these. Hopefully they take right away. And we'll come back when it's dry. Okay, so basically I glued the feet back on the bottom here. Put the arms, glued those into there, and these 2 tips. Put these drill bit type of things into these slots here, and then very carefully glued this bottom piece here. It's metal into resin, so it's a real pain in the neck. The next thing is to finally try to assemble this bad boy. Now that we got it all put together there, put a little gel in there. Hopefully that's enough. And let's try to mesh it together. Like the key. And that's pretty much it. Not a heck of a lot to it. But boy, what a pain in the neck. There you go. There's your prime axiom. That's the end of this video, putting it together. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the base, which I will glue that to there, paint it and flock it. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this primed up, and I'm going to show you how I paint this up. And that'll be part 2 of the video. So right now, as you can see, we got it all together. I'm happy with it. It was a pain, but we got through it. This video may be anywhere from 4 to 10 minutes long, but you know, once I edit it down. But this whole process actually took me 2 days to do, and what a pain in the neck. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope this helps you. Like I said, if you're thinking of getting this, you know, and you know, these directions are not the best in the world. And then taking the parts and trying to figure out which one goes with which. So hope you enjoyed the video, the first part of it at least. We're going to let this dry, and then we're going to start painting her, and we'll get that done. So thanks for watching.